Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're talking about the transformative power of black and white photography. I personally believe that if you're a photographer out there, and even if you're not a photographer, just hold on, you get what I mean by that. Yes, this video is directed primarily to photographers like me who hustle daily with a camera, and you want to be more creative, you want to be able to create amazing images, you want to be able to master light and shadow and all the basics of photography, and even go beyond that to become like one of the greats, the photography greats. You want to create images that compel potential clients to come to visit your studio or your website. You want to create those images that make clients to call you. And even beyond commercial photography, you just want to create images that make sense, images that people will not forget. I personally believe, both from experience and from research and study, that if you take some time to challenge yourself every now and then to shoot in just black and white, it's going to open a lot of doors in terms of your development as a creative. And that's what this video is about. I'm going to break down different points that will make you to believe and understand that sometimes you do need to spend time shooting in black and white, even if it's just to challenge yourself, challenge your creativity. So let's dive right in. Hi, my name is Sean, and on this channel I share tips, tricks, ideas, thoughts, experiences, vlogs, everything around my creative journey to be more, to do more, and to have more. Basically, if you're the type of person who wants to discover your creative potential, your personal potential, you want to develop as a creative, you want to become more, you want to do more, you want to have more, then this channel is for you. I have a variety of things that are here. Sometimes I talk about gear, equipment, sometimes I talk about software, tips and tricks. Sometimes I just share my life's journey and my creative process through vlogs, through cinematic reels and films, short films, and all of that kind of stuff. So I invite you to join me, help me to make this channel grow by subscribing, and let's go right in. I recently challenged myself to shoot in just black and white for a while. So I switched the settings on my camera to black and white, and I'll show you how to do that on the screen. And basically, I just wanted to try something different. From research, one of the great things that shooting in black and white helps you to do is that it helps you to master the fundamentals of photography. And what are the fundamentals of photography? The fundamentals of photography is basically understanding light and shadow, understanding how light interacts with the subjects that you want to capture, and how everything works together to create a powerful image. So when you're learning photography, those are some of the fundamentals that you're going to learn. And every now and then, even if you've been doing this for years, it's good to go back to the basics. Why is this so? That's because in black and white photography, so many things are taken off your mind in terms of what you consider as you're crafting your image. You're not seeing colors anymore. All you're just seeing is black and white. You're seeing light and shadow. And so it helps you to focus on light, helps you to master the way to interpret light and how to use it to craft your image. So without the distraction of color, it helps you to see the interplay of light and shadow, and it makes that to become the primary focus. And as a photographer, you can learn how to use light and shadow to manipulate emotions, manipulate mood. If you want to create a striking image, you want to draw the viewer's eye to a particular thing or subject or focus in your frame, shooting in black and white helps you to focus on that, because you're just thinking about how light is falling on the image. So basically it heightens your awareness of light and shadow, which is very important for becoming a good photographer. The other thing is that because colors are no longer in consideration, you're thinking about composition and framing, which is another fundamental of photography. How you place your subject within the frame, what elements you decide to include in the frame or to remove, how simple you want your composition to be, if you want it to be just the subject, all of those kind of considerations. That's thinking about composition and framing. Shooting in black and white helps you to do that because it removes a lot of distraction of colors and so on and so forth. It actually helps you to see shapes just as they really are. When you look at a frame and all you see is black and white, light and shadow, it sometimes helps you to see shapes and formations, and helps you to really define your subject and understand what it is you're trying to capture. So all of this actually helps to boost your creativity, right? Because you're not thinking about creating. You're now thinking about art. You are thinking about the final products, the vision. And all of this helps your creativity, because sometimes what stops us from being really creative is that we're distracted. So breaking down your photography process to just light, shadow, black, white, keeping it that way for a while sometimes may actually help you to be more creative. I mean, for me, when I pick up the camera and I'm shooting in just black and white, everything just looks different in my eye. Do you understand? Like I don't see things the way I usually see them. So if I go, for instance, into my kitchen or into my room, or I'm peeking out the window and I want to take pictures, as I'm looking at the frame and all I see is black and white, it just helps me to identify quickly the subject that I want to focus on, or the particular angle I want to shoot from, or it helps me to see immediately how light is entering the frame and how light is interacting with the frame and the scene, and it just helps me to be more focused, helps me to be more present while I'm shooting. You should try it. Shooting in black and white in this way, as I described, also helps to help you shoot from emotion, from mood. You know, it just gives you a feeling. And sometimes as an artist, that's what you need. Before you click the shutter, you need to feel something about what you're shooting. So you're not just shooting like a robot, right? You need to feel something. Take some time to go online, check some fashion photography websites. Back in the day, it was magazines. You know, just pick up a magazine, visit a website, or maybe go to like Instagram or 500 pixel and just use the hashtag black and white photography, and you'll be amazed at the kind of images that you'll see. And I'm going to even do that right now. So I'm going to go on Instagram and I'm just going to type in black and white photography inspiration. Got it there. Just amazing. Look at that. Can you see? 500 pixels, a good site to be on in case you're looking for photography inspiration. So as I scroll through, I'm looking at this image. Even portraits look amazing in black and white. Night photography looks amazing in black and white. Landscape photography, even as unlikely as that seems, because for instance, you're shooting trees in silhouettes. So in this video, I just want to encourage you today to try shooting in black and white. And here are some tips for getting started in it. First of all, just make it an intention. So shoot intentionally. Don't make it a project. Okay, don't just try it out. Like, actually make it a project or turn it into a challenge and tell yourself that, okay, for the next 7 days, I'm going to shoot in just black and white and post black and white images on my Instagram page, or create an Instagram account solely for black and white photography, or just a portfolio. Even if you don't want to share it with anybody, just make it intentional. Be very intentional about it. So that means you're going to shoot with the intention of creating black and white. So it's not like you're shooting in color and then you convert it to black and white. Do you get my point? So it's even going to help you in terms of what to shoot. So you're looking for scenes that have strong light and shadow elements. You're looking for scenes that have a lot of bright light and shadows, or scenes with lots of contrast and dimension. When you think in that way, it helps you to look out for what to shoot. Basically, just avoid cheating, which is like shooting in color and then saying that you're going to convert it to black and white in post when you're editing. That's the first tip. Second tip is that you can go in camera and actually set up a monochrome setting for the color profile. So a lot of cameras have this setting where you can change the color profile of your image, and you can actually shoot in black and white. So the camera is actually capturing and recording the image to your memory card in black and white. Bottom line, just go into your camera and change the settings so that you shoot images in black and white. Even when you're looking to the viewfinder or the frame or the LCD screen of your camera, you're seeing it in black and white. You have to see in black and white. Make sure you're seeing in black and white in the camera, not in color, if you really want to maximize this technique, this strategy, this approach to improving your photography. And lastly, I would say immerse yourself in the medium. Get inspired. Shoot in black and white for an extended period, maybe 3 months. If that's too much, a month. If that's too much, just 7 days. And follow some accounts that shoot primarily in black and white. Get inspired by black and white photography. Absorb the medium, absorb the process. I think if you do this, it's really going to help In conclusion, it's more than just a stylistic choice. I'm not just saying shoot black and white just for the sake of shooting black and white. It's actually a powerful tool for developing yourself as a photographer, for developing your creative eye, helping you to master the fundamentals, helping you to gain a deeper understanding of light and shadow and composition and emotion and mood and art and style. Basically, ultimately helping you to create more impactful images. Even if you switch back to color photography, because you have been through that process, it's like forcing yourself to go back to creative school. When you get back to shooting your colored images, you have a deeper understanding of the fundamentals of photography and your creative eye is improved. I hope everything I said made sense. I have tried to talk to you about shooting in black and white photography, and while I was making this video, I was also showing you on screen some of the images I've captured in the last few days that I shot in black and white. Random images, just everyday shooting random images makes it more interesting. So let me know what resonated most with you in this video. If you like the video, don't be shy, drop a like, drop a comment, and if you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.